This is the first installment of a new video series here on this channel. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you the Animators Challenge. Maybe a bit dramatic?
Hi, we're all here for the dramacy.
No, I'm not a Scandinavian man, but I heard Animation Challenge.
Challenge myself and other animators.
So here we are.
You bet your oranges, I'm gonna be joining in. Here's the audio we're gonna be using along with my first sketch.
Dead men tell no tales.
Which evolved into this. The story of a cabin boy being threatened by a more experienced, perhaps cold pirate, knocking over some kind of pot in panic and fear. I liked it. Whilst animating, I wanted to utilise camera movement, something that I haven't really had much experience with since for work in the school, all animations haven't really required it, and in some cases I haven't been allowed, such as the recent project that I've been freelancing for, which I will get to in a future video. Since I now have more time on my hands, I want to start to learn from other artists, other animators, concept artists, comic creators, you name it, anything and everything that inspires me. I plan to make this maybe a series, with OLOF STORM being the first to inspire. He has a similar style to what I would like to achieve, with a Ghibli-esque painted background and 2D cel-shaded characters, which is one of the many things that I genuinely adore about this man's artwork. If you haven't already, go check him out. His work is wonderful. His work is very human. It has an elegant simplicity to express the complexity of human nature. So I really recommend his channel for aspiring animators, and especially since he combines 2D and 3D animation, and that's, you know, in the industry that's becoming quite popular and almost the norm. A link to his channel will be in the description below. Back to the animation. As usual, after I initially block out the main movements in between the key sketches, I move to the line art. My line art has always been very clean, which recently has made me feel that a lot of my animation is very stiff. So for this, I try to be a little bit more loose and, you know, not so picky with trying to constantly clean up my line art. However, I have an artist in mind for future study that should help me with that, since I still feel that this animation kind of came out a little bit stiff in its movement, but I'm working on it, so, you know, baby steps. With the line art complete, next for colour. I knew that I wanted to have really dramatic lighting, I just wasn't entirely sure how to go about it initially. So after doing this is when I finally sat down and started to do the background. As you'll see, I was thinking very much to have kind of like a really bright light source right behind the character. I thought this would add a major piece of interest in the background, but also really help to accentuate the character, as well as kind of helping me with figuring out the colour palette at the time. And without a further ado, this is how shot 1 ended up coming out. Overall, I really like how it looked. Now it's time to do shot 2, which is pretty much the exact same thing, but with a different thing being animated. In this case, the cabin boy. And at last, the final animation.
Dead men tell no tales.
Okay, so quick review. What did I learn? Overall, camera movements are really fun and look really cool when executed, and I think I'll definitely include it in an upcoming project that may or may not hopefully come to fruition. However, considering that I have no accountability, I have no idea whether or not I will complete, but that's a little, we'll get to that in a future video, you know, we'll get there. But yeah, overall a very fun project. I recommend just finding a random audio and animating to it, because this was a lot of fun and it took me a little bit more outside of my typical kind of character preference, and it was a lot of fun taking influence from OLOF STORM with trying to actually include said camera movements and just kind of keeping everything like subtle in movement but still kind of impactful for the narrative I attempted. Thank you for watching. If you like my artwork, consider reading my comics. They are linked below, and yeah, I will see you in the future. Hopefully. Bye bye.